first artist in the residency program with Rise. And so that's been a huge opportunity, a big deal for me, just to be able to set a tone for other artists coming into the space. I'd say definitely it's a huge deal for me because I'm self-taught as a creative, as an artist. The things that I do, no one showed me. So it's a huge deal for me to be able to get opportunities through residencies to be able to do something like this. Where do we go from here is looking for an answer, right? But I feel like it starts the conversation. And I feel like we're all so diverse. This gallery is gonna open the doors for all backgrounds, all beliefs. And so many people are gonna have their own opinion on where we go from here. Or if we even find an answer, maybe it's all about action right now and just showing up for one another. I think if the conversation is had in a civil, respectful way, and we can at least hold hands throughout this ceremony and get to a place where we feel like, okay, we're socially entering an understanding in some degree. Hopefully it can inspire people. It inspires me, but it's one of those pieces that I have fun with. And these are the two biggest pieces in the room too. So I think these two pieces would be the biggest takeaway because of the size. You know, what people might ask of me when they do view the work. I own a lot of t-shirts with MLK on it, and one of my favorite ones that I like to wear is a high yellow t-shirt with him in this posterized image, and below him says, "Where do we go from here?" So I feel like that reference is so strong to where we are today, currently, and a lot of the images are faces of Chattanooga members as well too. Aside from MLK, they're sourced from a 1966 Howard High School yearbook. So I think blending in the identity of people from Chattanooga from that time period as well too is very strong. And there's a relationship that I'm trying to have between what that movement was and where we are today. There's a connectedness definitely to these faces. And not only that, my family itself is just woven in that book. You know, all my family, my aunts, my grandmother, they all went to that school too. And so creating that relationship with the city and this movement that we're starting in this city through stories of resilience is really important. This image that I sourced, I thought was really strong. A young black man holding the American flag. But yeah, that's another one of those things I like to say. I just kind of had fun.
I can do this. I'm not a stereotype. I'm not a statistic. I can do this. I can do that. And I can do anything I put my mind to.
People now, they have no respect for each other. And you talking about love, you know, who you see love each other? You walk down the street and the car and throw the woman out the street.
Is that necessarily true though? There's definitely some love out here. There's definitely some good examples.
It is.
It's definitely some good young men and women coming up. I mean, we had a great discussion last week with the future generation, and they had some wise things to say about some similar topics that we're talking about here. And I think you all are very brilliant in what you're saying, but.
It is some love.
On behalf of just my generation too, I think that there's some hope left.
It's always hope. There's always hope.
But it's living hope. I think it's
There's always hope. I just believe that we could do things better than we have been doing. We are too separated. We're in the separated states of America. We're too separated. And I would like to see us come together as one.
But like I say, our children are hungry for love. Believe it or not, they're hungry for love.
Thank you.
Yeah, they are. They are hungry for love, baby.
That is correct.
I'm telling you, they are hungry.
I know they are.
I'm telling you.
A lot of my questions shotgun toward how do we come together as a community and love one another through the midst of these problems? I think there's a lot of love there, but also love missing in our communities, and that's a huge takeaway that I get. I think I'm going to be definitely challenged with the work, and I accept the challenge at all times. There's this holding hands thing that I'm trying to look for, without sounding really corny when I say that. It's just we all are going to have differences to what the answer to the question is going to be, and I believe so. But can we sit at the same table with these differences is the thing.